myself, I always will use the alif. Like you said, aktubu, I am writing. Ashrabu, I am drinking. So in any time I wanna talk about myself, the first person, they have to always use a. And this alif, it doesn't make difference whether it's male or female. They all use what? The alif. You say ashrabu, akulu, adhabu. So the alif is for the first person. That is number one. Number two is the noon. Noon is for the second person, plural. Like for example, when we talk as a group, me and the other person, the noon is what we use. You say for example, nashrabu.
We drink.
Yes, we drinking. Okay, so that, yeah, we are drinking.
We are drinking or we will drink.
We are drinking.
We are drinking.
Yes.
Present tense.
Present tense.
Plural.
Yes, plural. The noon here is what makes it what do you call plural? Because noon is for the first person and plus, which is plural. Like when I want to say you and me, we say nashrabu, we are drinking. Or naktubu,
You're reading.
we are writing. Yes. Or for example, naqra'u, we are reading. That's right. So you see that the noon is in every one of these three examples that we gave. And that is how the present tense, when you use noon, is for plural.
And if you add alif, then it will be for me. Ashrabu.
That's right.
Akram.
That's right. So that is that noon. And then the ya is for the third person. Okay? Third person. For example, you say yashrabu.
He's drinking.
That's right. He is drinking. Okay? So the ya here is for the third person. However, this ya can be for one, and it can be for dual, and it can be for plural too. For example, say yashrabu means he is drinking, one. Or you can say yashrabani for two. Okay? Or for plural, say yashrabu na. Okay, means they are drinking. So the same ya can be used for singular, or for dual, or for plural as well. Okay? So that is for ya. And then we have ta. Okay? The ta is for what? The ta is for the second person. Okay? Tashrabu. You are drinking. Okay? Ta is for the second person. This is the first. This is for the second person. And this is for the third. And this is for the first person plus somebody else. Okay? So that is the al-mudara. So in every present tense, always these four letters have to start. We have to have these four letters. Either alif or noon or ya or ta. So these are the basic examples of this present tense. And then now let's go to the book, page 94. The book stated that the present tense or future tense format for three-lettered verbs is as follows. And if you remember also, we talked about different forms of words in Arabic. Sometimes there are certain words in Arabic, they are only form of three letters. Okay, and we say they call what? Thulathi. If a word is form of three letters, like, yes, they call thulathi from the word thalatha. Thalatha means three, meaning a three-lettered word. And sometimes they're four, and they call ruba'i. Sometimes they are five, and they call khumasi. Sometimes they are six, and they call sudasi. Sometimes they are seven, and it's called suba'i. But there is no more than seven. Every word can be formed for 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 7, but you can't find a word more than 7 unless if something is added to it. You can add to make it 8, 9, that's fine. But just the word itself, it cannot be more than 7 letters in Arabic.
But
Okay.
basically, mostly 90% are salasi.
That's right. That's the majority of the words, yes. So the book is telling us here, for the three letters verbs as is follows. The first one you say yaf'alu. Why is it? Because see, when you look at the actual word is fa'ala. See, fa'ala. Fa'ala. That's the three words. Like one is fa, this is ain, and then this is lam. So the word is formed of three letters, right? Now this is the past tense. Now for us to make it present tense, we need to come and pick one of these four. Okay, we need to bring one of these four. For example, let's say we take ya. So what do? We put the ya in the front, and always they have to come in the front. Okay, the present tense always have to come in the front. Okay, so you bring the ya and you put it in the front. Okay, and it has the fa, and it becomes ya fa'alu. Okay, and that's one thing also to remember, that present tense always, okay, always the letter has to come in the front. So you say ya fa'alu, means he is doing. Okay, he is doing. Page 94 on this book. Okay, so it's yaf'alu, means he is doing. So this yaf'alu is for singular, masculine. Okay, now if you want to, what do? You want to say they both are doing. Then you have to add the alif and noon. Alif and noon. Okay, always remember, in Arabic, alif and noon is the sign of dual. In any verb, you want to make it dual, the alif and noon have to come at the end. Okay? So here we say we have yaf'alu. I want to make it dual. All I need to do is to add the alif plus noon. Then it becomes yaf'alani. Okay? So by adding this alif here and then the noon, then the verb is changed from singular to become dual. Okay, so dual is always alif and noon. So that's yaf'alan. Okay, that's for dual. Now, how do I change this to plural? The plural also, you all have to need, what you need is to add the waw and noon. So what do? You take the alif and noon, and then you put waw and noon, and then it becomes yaf'aluna, meaning they are doing. Okay, so the waw and noon is the sign of plural for masculine, and then the alif and noon is for the sign of dual in Arabic. Okay, yes, brother.
Is this word is six-letter word now?
Which one?
No, it's basically three.
No, this is actually 3 word letters, but these all are addition.
So this doesn't count.
No, this doesn't count. No, what we're talking about, that the actual word to be formed from the root, it has 3 letters, or it has 4, or it has 5. But these are all addition. That inshallah we're going to come to that. And if they added, see, if the word, nothing has been added, it's called mujarrad. If the word, like let's say fa'ala, the actual word is fa and ain Allah, nothing has been added, it's called mujarrad. Right? Now, if you add something, then it's called mazidun fi. Mazid means addition. Yes. So either if it's 3, it's mujarrad. And you know what? That is what even in Arabic, a single man is called mujarrad too. Okay? When a person is single, non-married, they call him mujarrad. Okay? So here that is the word. So yaf'alan is the dual, and then yaf'alun is the plural. This is for the masculine. Not for the feminine. I don't think we have a eraser today. But that's okay. That's okay. Now for the feminine, you use the ta. Okay, you can say tafa'alu. Okay, so instead of yaf'alu for the masculine, you say tafa'alu, meaning she is doing, or it does, or will do, for example. And then for the dual, it's the same thing like masculine. All you need to do is to add the alif and noon at the end. Okay, so masculine doesn't change. At the end, stays the same, whether you're talking for masculine or feminine. The only thing that changes is the first letter. If it's masculine, then there is ya. If it's feminine, then you put ta. Okay, that's the only thing that changes there. And then for the plural, you say yafa'alna.
That's the only tricky part.
Yes. Yes, that's the tricky part, right? Because yafa'alna, that noon is called the noon of women. It's called noonun niswa. Okay? Because that noon there is like wow and noon for the masculine plural. Remember we said for plural, if you want to form the plural for masculine, you add waw and noon. Like I said, Muslimuna, right? Waw and noon. But for feminine, all you need to add is what? It's just the noon. So it becomes yaf'alna.
Why kasra and fatah? I can try to understand, but
Yes.
two, it is like kasra.
Yes.
Like yaf'alani.
That's right.
Then when you go to more, then it is yaf'aluna.
That's right.
What is that change?
Yeah, the difference they say for the plural, always the kasra, which is yaf'alani. So the kasra is the sign for the dual. That's we do it for the dual. Anytime you have alif and noon, they represent the dual. Yes, and not only represent dual, they also represent dhamma as well. Yes, but inshallah I don't want to go into that. Inshallah maybe next time. But alif for the plural, for the dual, they say alif and noon, but the noon always have to have kasra. Right? But for the plural of masculine, it has to be waw and noon have to have fatha in that case. That's what I say, Muslimuna with the fatha. But for the masculine, for the dual, the noon has to have kasra. So that is for the dual. For the dual, and the plural for the feminine is yafa'alna. That noon at the end is the sign of the feminine. Yes, noon and niswa is called. Now we go to the second person. Okay, second person masculine. For the second person masculine, let me erase this. For the second person masculine, also ta can be used as well. Okay, so ta can be used for the second person masculine. Like you say, for example, tashrab. Let me give an example from the Quran, which was used in Surah Yusuf. Right? His children, when he was crying for his son, Yusuf alayhi salam, they came and they were criticizing their father, Yaqub. They said, Wallahi tafta'u tadhkuru Yusuf. Say, tadhkuru Yusuf. The word tadhkuru. So this also is a 3 letters word, which is Zakara. Yes, Zakara means remembrance, right? وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. So Zakara means remembrance, right? Now here they say تَذْكُرُ, meaning you keep remembering Yusuf حَتَّى تَكُونَ حَرَضًا. So the point I'm bringing is the ta here is used in the beginning for what? For the second person masculine, meaning you. And the same thing you say, for example, dash rabu, meaning you are drinking, the second person masculine. Okay, so that is if it's a singular. If it is a dual also, all you need to do is to add the alif and plus noon. Right? So what has become? Dash rabani. Yes. Dash rabani. Meaning the two of you are drinking. So the alif and noon is the sign of the dual in this. And then for the plural, you add the waw and noon. You take the waw, let's say you have tashrabu. Yes, tashrabu. Then what you need to add is waw plus noon is equal to tashrabuna. Tashrabuna. And this becomes the plural of masculine. Okay? So that is number 3. Number 4, for the second person feminine. For the second person feminine, here you also use the same ta as well. But the difference between these and the feminine is that for the second person singular of feminine, you have to add the ya and noon at the end. Okay? Now let me give an example. Let's say we have tashrabu. That's for the singular masculine, right? Tashrabu. That is for the second person masculine. Now I want to turn these to a second person feminine. Okay? That's right. Now the task is what it is. But what I need to add is, I add ya plus noon. So this ya and noon, these two letters are the sign of feminine. More single, feminine. When you add ya and noon, it changes to become feminine. Okay? So what does it become? It becomes dash ra. Yes, dash ra bi na. Okay, means you are drinking. But this is for feminine, second person feminine. But when you come to taf'alani, which is the plural, the dual, the alif and noon stays the same. There is no difference. And then you come also the last one for the plural, taf'al na. The noon also comes there, which is called nunu and niswa, the noon of feminine. Now we come to the last part, which is the first person. And if you remember, we said this alif is for the first person. Alif is always for the first person. When you talk about yourself, you always have to use alif, whether it's male or female. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used that. Inna a'taynak. Okay? A'taynak. You see? So, inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. So the alif is always for the plural, for the first person, singular. Okay, when you talk about yourself, whether it's male or female, it's always the same. So what do you say, for example? You say af'alu, meaning I am doing. Okay? Or for example, ashrabu. For example, adhabu, I'm going. So anytime it has to first have to match this word. Af'alu, akulu, ashrabu, adhabu, and so on. That is if the person is singular, is alone. But if you want to talk about first person but plural, okay, dual, I'm sorry, two of us, right? Me and you. What do we say? Then we use the noon here. Okay, so what do we say? Naf'alu. Yes.
So if I want to say I am living, how do I say?
We say adhabu.
No, I am living.
You're living? I say aishu. Al-aish means living. The person is living. From the word aish.
Aish.
Yes, aish. Okay, al-aish means living. Okay, so if you want to say I'm living, you add the alif at there like we said here. And then the ain becomes kasra and it becomes aishu. I am living. Yes. Okay, so that is one of the words. But you can use the word hayat too. For example, ana hayyun. I'm living too. Alive. Yes. Ana hayyun. That is one of the words too.
You cannot say ahiyu.
Now?
You cannot say ahiyu.
No, you cannot.
So
no. But you can say ahya. I'm living.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
yeah, you can add the word
you added ana separate.
Yes.
From.
That's right. You can add that too. You don't wanna. Ana aishu. You can say that. Ana aishu means I am living. But if you want to go cut short, then you can say aishu. I'm living. Because the alif still talk about you. So they need to say ana. Ana means I. Okay, so that is the way. So naf'al is we, is the we for dual, and then the same word is used also for we plural. Okay, because in Arabic here we have two kinds of we dual and we plural. Okay, when I say we, I can say we meaning two of us, and then I can say we meaning millions of us, but they are all the same. Okay?
And the male and females is also same.
It's also the same. So how do you find out that this is a male or masculine? Do the sentence, that's what you find out. Yes.
Or
so,
the voice.
That's right. That's right, if you're closer, yes. So when you say, for example, naf'alu. Naf'alu means we are. This can be used for dual too, like me and another person. We say naf'alu, nashrabu, we are drinking. And the same also can be used, the word naf'alu,
for plural, more than two.
for more than two. Okay? So if you say noon is for dual, and the same noon is used for plural as well. Okay?
I think if you can
That's
commit
right.
this to your memory, you're in great shape.
Good. But remember one thing, we mentioned this. We can use noon also for singular. I don't know if you remember, we said that noon can be used for singular also,
For respect.
but for respect. That's right.
Nahnu.
Yes. No, just the noon. You can use nahnu or noon for respect. If a person was, that's right. A person, if he's higher and he wants to describe themselves, they can use noon, even if they just by themselves. Like Allah said in Surah Al-Mutaffifin, it said كَذَلِكَ نَفْعَلُ بِالْمُجْرِمِينَ. Allah says كَذَلِكَ نَفْعَلُ بِالْمُجْرِمِينَ. He said that is how we do with the criminals. Well, Allah is one, but he used the word noon, نَفْعَلُ. That is how we. So even Allah SWT is one, it's also used the word noon as well. But this one is very rare, but it's also used when the person is very high or the being is high and they want to refer to themselves as we for plural. That is also done.
Same way in Surah Fatiha.
That's right.
Iyaka na'budu. Na'budu, even if you're singular.
That's right. You say na'budu, we. That's right. That's right. Okay. So that is that one. Now we're going to the point that said important points about the above chart. The past tense 3 letters verb did not display prefixes, but the present future tense chart shows both prefixes and suffixes. And then number 2, it says the prefixes are called the signs of mudara, which is mudari. These 4 letters, namely alif, nun, ata, and ya, and nun. When we mentioned here, up here, and a2, that anytime you want to form present tense, you have to have these 3, one of these 4. You can't form a present tense in Arabic unless you use one of these 4.
You can also say auntie.
Yes, auntie just is you for female.
Right.
That's right.
And those 4 letters.
That's right. That's right. You can. Okay, so the ya is placed for masculine, third person, singular, dual, and plural, and feminine, third person, plural as well. I mentioned that, how you can use the ya for all these examples. And then number 2, the ta is placed for feminine, third person, singular, and dual, and masculine and feminine, second person, singular, and dual, and plural. The alif is placed for masculine and feminine for first person. Alif, as we said, always is for the first person. And it doesn't matter whether it's for masculine or feminine. For example, if you and I want to use alif, we say ashrab, adhab, aqra'u, aktubu. It's a female wants to use that the same way. She said ashrabu, aktubu, adhabu, the same alif. So alif is for both male and female when they are the first person.
The question, I know you've talked before.
Yes.
So really in Arabic, there is no difference when you say the present and the future is the same. I know there is.
Yes.
So it's the same thing that you want to say the future, which is the.
That's right. See the way what they say that the present tense itself, it doesn't necessarily means now or future. It can mean both, unless you have to secure it. There is certain things. If you want, for example, to mean future present tense, then you have to add 2 words. One is either to add sin, just the letter sin. Okay? For example, you say naf'alu, right? If you add sin here, and they say sanaf'alu, this sin, it makes the whole present tense to mean future. That is number 1. Number 2, or you add the letter sawfa. Yes, sawfa also, and makes it to mean future. Like it says, Kalla sawfa ta'lamun. That sawfa means what? You will know, but not now, future. So the word seen or the sawfa is what makes the present tense to mean future at that.
Right, but just as a correction,
Yes.
even if it is not there, still it could be future.
It could mean, yeah. It could mean future, it could be now. Yeah, but it could be either one. But you can't say that it's future, you cannot say it's specific. But they both have the potential, and the word itself has the potential to mean future or to mean present. But if you wanted it present, then you have to make it secure. For example, by saying either naf'alu al-an. You add the word al-an, means now. Now we will do it now. That's number 1. Or you add lam with the fatha in the beginning of the word. For example, you have, let's say, naf'alu, right? Naf'alu. If you add lam in the future, in the beginning, it becomes la naf'alu. That lam here, it makes the sentence to mean now. Okay? Yes, means do it now, present it now. And the example is in Surah Yusuf also. Like there's one ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when the brothers of Yusuf, they came to their father, Prophet Yaqub, and they said, we would like Yusuf to come with us to the farm. We want to take him with us. Yaqub alayhi salam, his answer was, Innahu la yahzununi. Now look at the word that he used in Surah Yusuf. He said, he used the word la yahzununi. See, la yahzununi. The actual word is 3 letters too. It's called ahsant. Huznu. That's the actual word, right? So now the present tense is yahzunu.
What is husn?
It's sad. Sorrow. Yes. Yahzunu. Okay, that's the present tense. But this one, like we said, it can mean future. It can mean now. So he want to tell the children that I am sad now. So what did he do? He added the lam with the fatha, so it becomes la yahzununi. And that noon, the second noon, is for the emphasis. Okay, he want to emphasize that I am really sad now by asking this question. It's a useful. Okay, so the word lam here, they say is the lam of al-hal. It means now. Anytime you want to make sure that the present tense, it means right now, you have to add lam or the letter al-an. Okay, the letter al-an means now. Al-an. And also the word al-an is used in Quran also, in Surah Yusuf too. Okay, and that is when Yusuf alayhi salam and the wife of the king, when they have the dispute, and they finally clear Yusuf from the bad accusation, the ayah said, Al-ana has al-haq. Now the truth has come out. Has means the truth has been made clear. So the word al-an is used there in the Quran as well.
Whether we use the shadda to combine two letters.
Yes. The
So
sign.
here,
Yes.
la yahzunni, why is not there?
Yeah. Good job. Good question. If the noon happen to be one word,
Okay.
right? If they are one word,
Okay.
then you can merge them and put the shadda
That
there.
is separate there.
But if they are not one word, you cannot merge them.
I see.
Example, let's say madda. Like madda, you see that like this, right?
Right.
Okay. The actual is what? Ma da da. Right? Ma da da. So they're all at one word.
Okay.
So here you are allowed to merge them and become one word. Madda. Right? Good. But if there are two different letters, like here you have yahzunu as one word. Ni also is another noon.
That noon goes with ya.
That's right. So the second noon, so here you have yahzun, which is one noon, and then the second noon, which has nothing to do with this letter. That's right. So you can combine in that case.
Okay.
That's the
Thank
reason.
you.
You're welcome. But if they are one word, then you can merge them.
So is it always wherever there is shadda, there are two words?
That's
Right.
right.
Always.
And that sign, that shadda is the indication that there happen to be two and we merge them. And that's why when you see them, you have to put a pressure on recitation of that. Let's
So what is the use of second noon in the
second note is to emphasize.
To emphasize.
the
like-
la yahzununi?
Yes, la yahzunu ni. Like I am sad, very sad. I want to emphasize I am very sad. Yes. For example, like another one in Surah Al-Humaza, la yumbadhanna fil hatam. La yumbadhanna. You can see the noon there is called noon al-tawqid, the emphasis. Because in Arabic there are two ways to emphasize something. One is either by the noon, which is called noon al-ta'qid, the letter of the emphasis. So that is one of them here.
There is
So
no shadda in la yun bazanna. There is no shadda there.
there's a shadda. Sometimes you can put a shadda.
But I thought it has to be separate, right?
Which one?
Layun bazanna, because the noon is for emphasis.
Yeah.
So it should not be combined with the previous letter. Right?
No. La yumbadanna.
Inside.
Yeah, no, if there is no other noon before it.
Oh, okay.
So if they have
no
two,
noon.
if it's two separate letters, you can combine them. That's why, because everyone has their entity. But here, if you combine, then the noon with the tawkid is going to lose the entity. So that's why they have to stay there to show that they are different words, different letters. Yes.
I think the shadda is used to save the time in writing. That's what it
Absolutely.
is.
Yes.
Pronunciation too, right?
Yes.
Emphasize, but you spend less time.
You have to spend less time and less writing too. Because instead of writing two or
dal,
three,
I can
you have
just-
one dal and then put the short set down it and you're ready to go.
But madda and madada means the same thing?
Yes. Yes.
Madad.
Yes. It's been the same thing. But there are certain rules that sometimes you have to separate them. And that is when they attach with what we call al-damir al-munfasil. Al-damir is like when you add another, let's say ta at the end. Right? You say madad tu, like in document. Wa ilayka ya rabbi madad tu. So you say the dal, they are separated. Madad tu. Yeah, that dal, it was separated because of this ta.
Help me.
But if, I'm sorry?
Help me.
Yes. Madad tu means I stretch. Mad in Arabic it means to stretch. Yes, and sometimes it comes to help too. But in the ayah, wa ilayka ya rabbi madad tu yadi. To you I stretch my hand too. So to give me what I ask him for. So the mad there is what? Is to stretch. Okay, and that's the same thing in Tajweed. They say mad is to stretch. Like when you see some places say Allah, you stretch it, it's called mad, it's stretching. Yes. So sometimes, yes, you have to stretch, you have to separate them. It depends on the rule and where it comes and where it doesn't, and that rule applies there. Yes, we still have time?
That's it. Very
5 more
good.
minutes.
5 more minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Well, how-
Can we
no, it's 2:18 now.
145 and
2:18 is right now. It's 2:30 is the class ends.
10:30. Oh,
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
We can go over the examples from Quran at the bottom.
yes. Yes. Examples, which is page 96, right?
Right.
Yes. وَيَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. يَفْعَلُ here is the present tense, also is for the singular, third person. The يَفْعَلُ he. You see in the English it says, and Allah does, he does whatever he wishes. So يَفْعَلُ is the present tense, and يَشَاءُ also is a present tense. So two present tense in the same ayah. The next page is يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةَ. Okay, which means they will enter heaven, which is the paradise. يَدْخُلُون is a plural. How do you know it's a plural? Wow and noon. That's right. Because when you look, يَدْخُلُون, yes, the plural of masculine. Wow and noon. So that is how to find out. And then now he goes to number 10. He said the present tense is limited to the future tense when it's preceded by seen. If you remember, we just talked about seen or sawfa. Yeah. If you put this before the present tense, then you are making the present tense for future and nothing else. And then, for example, he said, سَيَقُولُ السُّفَهَا. The actual word is يَقُول. Yes, يَقُولُ السُّفَهَا. But when you add the seen, you're making it for present tense. Or another ayah in Surah Al-Inshiqaq, Allah says, فَسَوْفَ يُحَاسَبُ حِسَابًا يَسِيرًا. And here I say, يُحَاسَب is the plural, it is the present tense. Then we added سَوْفَ. So the سَوْفَ, when you added سَوْفَ before the present tense, then it makes it to be in the future. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they will be accounted easily.
for sofa, so there's a pay also.
Yeah.
What is the pay for?
That far is called tafriq, means the reason. See, let me say in Arabic, when you go to the ayah, Allah was talking about what those people used to do. And then Allah said, فَسَوْفَ يُحَاسَبُ حِسَابًا, meaning the result of their action is they will get an easy accountability. So that far is called tafriq, the result of the action. Yeah, that's the far it's called.
But not the word yasiran.
Yes.
is for easy,
Yes.
and this is a ism, right?
That's right.
So what's the basic word without tanween? How can
Yasiru.
yasir?
Yes, yasir means something easy.
Easy, yes.
Like we say,
Yasr al-Quran.
that's right. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ. We have made Quran very easy. Yes.
About
إِنَّ
that-
مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Means easy with every difficult comes with easiness. Yes.
Sufaha. The singular of sufa. What
The
is
singular is Safih.
Safi.
Safih, yes. It's like you say Shafi'a. Is it Shafa'a?
Right.
The one who does Shafa'a, what do you say? Shafi'a. Okay, so Shafi'a is the person who does the Shafa'a. Shafi'a. Shafi'u. Okay, that's why the name of the Prophet, Shafi'a. That's one of his name, because that's
No.
Shafa'a. The same thing, the word Safi.
Safi, okay.
Safi'u. It's the same thing. As Safi' is the person who is not
Mental.
who's mental, yes. His mind is not working properly. Okay, so Kul Sufaha, meaning people who their mind is not working properly, they will make this one. Yes, sister.
Sorry, can I go back to
Ah. Yes.
I thought the 4 letters that you wrote, Alif, Noon, Ya, Ta, that makes it present. Then why do you have to add the Lam as well with what you have the Ya
Here, the lam here
in the
is
front? Yeah.
this lam here, right? Yeah, this lam here we said is they added to make the present tense to mean now.
Now, now.
Now. No.
The Ya or you make it now.
No, it means present tense, but it can be in Arabic. The present tense can mean now and it can mean future. So it has that two potential. But there is
All
no,
4 letters?
all of them, every present tense. But if you want to make it like I mean now, then the lam have to come there. So the lam there is to mean right now. So that is the reason why the lam comes in there. Yes.
Since what's the present tense in the future? So far. Can it has to come at the beginning or it can come in the middle of the word?
No, it has to come in the beginning. It has to come in the beginning, yes. You have to, like we say, سوف تعلمون. كلا سوف تعلمون. Always has to come in the front. The same thing the scene too. Like سيدخلهم في رحمته. It always comes in the front. If it comes at the end, it doesn't make any sense. For example, let's say يحزن سا. It's like one letter added, doesn't have any meaning. But if it's attached to the present tense in the beginning, then it makes that meaning. Meaning is the future. Yes. Yes, and then the next one is the exercise the book gives, which is yaktubu, yakhruju, how to make them the present tense, how to make it the future, or to make it mean now. وصلى الله على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. I'll take question and answers.
Can I? Thank you. Welcome. Oh, very good. MashaAllah.
Alaikum, brothers. Good to see you after a long break.
So,
Yes.
I have the key.